On this episode of the Popularity Contest, we'll take you to the biggest gay pride celebration in the world. I'm Joshua Sean. I've got that story in just a moment.
Two Manhattan hotspots lose their liquor licenses. Could this be the end for Greenhouse and Whip? I'm Thomas Bistritz, and I'll have that story coming up.
We'll also introduce you to some new music, get some advice from Shealita, Babay, and much more as we count down this week's hottest headlines. The Popularity Contest starts now.
From the global resources of GaySocialites.com, you're watching the Popularity Contest with Charles Winters, Joshua Sean, Thomas Bistritz, Shealita Babay, and I am Teigman, broadcasting from the Gay Socialites World Headquarters in New York. Here's Charles Winters.
Those are just a few of the stories that made the countdown this week at the Popularity Contest. Hello everyone, I'm Charles Winters. Thanks for joining us. Let's get the countdown underway with number 5. Joshua Sean's going to take us back to last week's Gay Pride Parade in New York and tell us how they made history.
Number 5.
More than 2 million people came out in New York on Sunday in line Fifth Avenue in celebration of gay pride. Organizers say this makes the Heritage of Pride March, as it's officially titled, the highest attended gay pride event in history. Photographer Robert Johnson followed the parade from Midtown all the way to where it ends on Christopher Street. You can get a better look at these photos and see at least 200 more in our 5th most popular story this week at GaySocialites.com. For the Popularity Contest, I'm Joshua Sean.
Number 4.
This next story is a quick transition from gay pride to shame. Former Bronx LGBT Center Executive Director Lisa Winters was arrested this week and charged with embezzling large sums of money from those who she was supposed to be helping. Ms. Winters is accused of swindling nearly $350,000 from the Bronx LGBT Center between the time when Mayor Michael Bloomberg appointed her in 2004 and her termination in 2010. She's accused of spending the center's money on elaborate trips, a high-priced dog walker, clothes, booze, and more. As a result of Lisa's sticky fingers, that gay center in the Bronx is going to have to close. All she had to say about it? No comment. The third most popular story at GaySocialites.com this week involves another controversial lady, and it shifts our focus back over to gay pride. Our conservative correspondent, Shealita Babay, is standing by on the phone near her church to share her thoughts on gay pride. It is the third most popular story this week.
Number 3.
Children, the month of June is upon us, and it is known as the 1 month out of the 12 when we are allowed to be proud and celebrate being different from the rest of the world. It is also that time of the year where we see rainbow flags outside of gay-friendly businesses as a welcome to come in and spend your money. People start their crash diets to fit their perfect pride outfit, and then the always over-the-top after-pride party. But once the week is up, it goes right back to normal as if all the fanfare and celebrating didn't happen. What is the purpose of pride? There's no parade down the street for the average person just trying to live in a world that deems them unnatural. Just real life, and it is certainly no parade for most. So that leaves the question, what is the real meaning of pride? After all the time we focused on planning, printing, and prepping for the parade to make just one day memorable, what is it all for, and have we missed the meeting? First off, pride is not about the parties, the day drinking on a float, the drag shows, nor is it about the potential of getting a cute hookup. Those are all just the elements to make the day of Pride Parade more fun and memorable while out with your friends. But we have to remember why this day is here and why we are celebrating. Is pride necessary? Yes, it is needed because we as citizens of this country happen to share this land with ignorant and bigoted people who use irrational and destructive psychological fear to influence others to think like them, to the point where if you turn out to be different from them, you are considered an enemy. If it was not for these people, then there would be no reason for a huge over-the-top elaborate celebration for the fact that we are nothing more than homosexuals. We must realize that we are not just taking the day to have fun, but to be proud of who we are, no matter how much bullshit and guilt we have been thrown at us for being who we are, by complete strangers and worse, family members. The real meaning of pride is you. It is a celebration of who you are, that knowing you are not alone in this world, knowing that there is someone out there just like you and has gone through the same bullshit that you have dealt with. You have to live your life with pride in others and yourself, because if you aren't proud of who you are, then you are living a life where you allow the shame and the guilt into you that is projected by others, and you aren't living your life. Every day of your life is valuable because it is yours and you own it. Your conservative correspondent, Shealita Babay, for GaySocialites.com.
Well, looks like Shealita's taken a page out of the Obama playbook. Maybe her position on LGBT rights is evolving like his did with gay marriage. The thing with Shealita is, you never can tell. We're almost to number 1, but not quite yet. At number 2, GaySocialites.com's editor-in-chief Thomas Bistritz tells us how a fight between Chris Brown and Drake brought down one of Manhattan's gayest weekly events. Here's that story.
Number 2.
Greenhouse and Whip, the Soho hotspots home to the 4-year-old glitterati fest known as Van Dam, were closed following a recent incident involving Chris Brown and Drake that left the club in shambles. The Club owners responded by filing a lawsuit against the city, claiming it loses about $264,000 a week it is closed, and called for an immediate opening of the doors. Opening the doors won't do much good, though, as the New York Liquor Authority agreed to suspend the liquor license of both, citing 10 assault cases since March. The authority does not tolerate violent bars that break the law, said the agency. For the popularity contest, I'm Gay Socialite's editor-in-chief, Thomas Bistritz.
It isn't uncommon for at least a few older stories to make a resurgence in popularity each week. This week, there appears to be a common thread among the 3 highest hitters. All 3 stories involve men who aren't openly gay, yet each of them are giving off a gay vibe. A story we've been following closely over the past few months has actor John Travolta on the receiving end of several pretty stiff lawsuits. Although he's a married man, Travolta's former assistant claims the devout Scientologist was in a 6-year-long relationship with another man. Travolta refuses to talk about it, but clearly everyone else is, since it was back near the top this week. A story about another apparent closet case that originally ran over a year ago jumped back up to the top again this week. In this piece, gay nightlife promoter and former Playgirl scout Daniel Nardicio offered $10,000 to anyone who could nab some naked pics of CNN's Silver Fox. Cooper, who is said to secretly date the owner of an East Village gay bar, wasn't too happy to hear Nardicio's plot. Daniel later rescinded his offer and apologized. And this final story, although over a year old itself, seems to have floated back to the surface as it made the archives countdown last week as well. Although he recently married a woman, inquiring minds still want to know if American Pie actor Sean William Scott might be gay. In this oldie but goodie, we ask the same question. You can get wrapped up in that rumor mill too by searching our archives at gaysocialites.com. And those once hot topics were among the most popular stories this week on the site. Reporting from the Gay Socialites archives, I'm Ian Teigman.
And here's number 1.
That song is called Bubble Wrap, and it premiered just a few days ago here at gaysocialites.com. It's the debut single by Dina Delicious, a New York nightlife personality turned recording artist, and it's our most popular story this week. Definitely my song of the summer. You can listen to all of Bubble Wrap on our website at gaysocialites.com. All you have to do is search Bubble Wrap. That's it for this episode of the Popularity Contest. For everyone here at gaysocialites.com, I'm Charles Winters, wishing you a safe and happy Independence Day. We'll see you next week.